La Luna, a local Malay film, in its first week had showings in 92 different locations nationwide, and within a week only showing at 16 different locations. Is it because the movie is that bad? Hey everyone, I'm Sidhart, and this is what I think of La Luna.
Siapa naughty?
La Luna is a Malay language Malaysian film written and directed by M. Raihan Halim, starring A-list powerhouse performers such as Sharifah Amani, Shaizi Sam, Wan Hanafi Su, Hisham Hamid, Nadia Nisa, Namron, Edin, Shumala Salihin, and many more. Now, this film is produced by Clover Films, Act 2 Pictures, One Cool Film Production, and Papahan Films. Now, what happens when a city girl returns to a conservative village called Kampung Bras Basah and opens a lingerie shop? This lingerie shop is called La Luna, shakes up the entire village, stirring different reactions from the villagers. Some people are curious, some are accepting, and some are strongly against this lingerie shop. Now, the rest of the film is about how this different perspective comes together, to shape up this kampung's future. The strength of La Luna truly lies in the story and screenplay. Kudos to Am Raihan for a daring and thought-provoking script that explores the clash between tradition, religion, conservatism, and the winds of change blowing through a small kampung, which is Kampung Bras Basah. Now, suddenly, with opening a new bold lingerie shop, the kampung people go like, "Eh, how come got sexy stuff in our kampung? Huh? Are we that morally corrupt to hang bra and panties everywhere now?" Now, as a country that shies away from talking about sex and anything intimate, this is a very, very relatable story for all Malaysians, especially in a kampung environment. The shop owner, played by Sharifah Amani, becomes the focal point of the narrative, an outsider coming into this village and disrupting the status quo to a symbol of personal liberation and empowerment. Now, just because I use words like status quo, personal liberation, and empowerment, this film is not trying to be woke. It's not trying to demean any religion or religious belief, particularly in this film, Islam. Yes, there are conversations about sex positivity, men buying pads, censorship, and safe space for women, but you will be surprised to see how the film cleverly revolves around religion and religious practice at the same time where they're talking about all this sex and intimate stuff. In La Luna, you see the portrayal of a good Muslim versus a bad Muslim. You see a Muslim leader, Ustad Fauzi, played by Idil, who gives importance to the welfare of the people and prioritize the happiness of the unit, versus a Muslim leader, Tok Hassan, played by Wan Hanafi Su, that oppresses their people, deprive their happiness, and blame it on the religion. Now, personally, I feel this was what lacking in the 2021 controversial film Mentega Terbang. Now, on the surface, La Luna might look like a sex comedy. For at least the first 45 minutes, it feels like it. But as the film grows, right, you realize that this film is a lot more than just bra and panties. After the film, when I walked past a lingerie shop, I suddenly had a different perspective on lingerie. You realize that lingerie has a different meaning for women, especially bound by cultural and societal norms. Women, at least in villages, don't have the freedom to express their specific sense of style. But lingerie, on the other hand, they do not have to conform to such norms because they are only for their eyes. And I believe the freedom of choice is tied so close to self-love for women. That's what this film tried to explain. However beautiful, the script and screenplay are not without their flaws. Certain scenes may feel like a bit overly dramatic, like slapstick comedy. Additionally, the writers need to explore a bit more when it comes to some characters and their motivation in this film. For example, Hisham Hamid, playing Pa'at in this film, is a hothead who beats up his wife. The question is, why? Why does he do that? What happened to him? What's this domestic abuse? What's the history to this domestic abuse? We also got to know from a scene that he used to be a police officer before, but no longer a police officer today. So what happened there? What's his backstory? Like the motivation for Idil, who plays Ustad Fauzi. Who is he? Who is this guy? Apart from delivering sermons, what is he like? What's his life like? You don't know anything about this character, so I feel like that might need a bit of work. Now, some characters are well written, but some people are just very linear and they don't do much. However, these minor shortcomings are overshadowed by the film's overall impact, so nothing to complain. The direction of this film is very simple, it's clean, and it's neat. You can tell that M. Raihan is not trying hard to sell his film. He's not trying to create a plot twist or going back and forth. In short, as an audience, you don't have to sit there and think to solve or guess anything. You just sit back, you relax, and Raihan takes you through this beautiful journey. It's just pure storytelling without unnecessary suspense or cliffhangers or unnecessary drama, actually. La Luna is a film that is not heavy on plot, it's about characters, it's about textures and their moments, which I guess is a hard thing to pull off without great direction. And for a film that tackles such heavy subjects, La Luna, it's surprisingly very soft in its approach. It's not loud, because if this film was any loud, it'll be very close to becoming the 2021 Tiga Janda Melawan Dunia. But La Luna had a very subtle approach to dropping the bomb. Like the movie just going on and you're watching the movie, suddenly you see Shaizi Sam buying sanitary pad for his daughter, which should be as normal as he was shown in the film. But the scene there, I suppose it's necessary to sort of normalize the stigma attached to Asian men and women ovulating, which again is brilliant, brilliant direction. But one thing's for sure, there are a lot of moments in this film that make you go, huh? And now the actors. One of the biggest reasons why the film works the way it does is because they casted the right people to tell the story. Sharifa Amani playing the lead, Hani Abdullah is Sharifa Amani at best. This is not Orchid from Seped or this is not Dara from Puka. This is why I feel Sharifa Amani playing herself. You know, she talks about freedom of expression. She talks about creating safe space for women. She doesn't entertain sexists. She barges into men's washroom to confront the Ketua Kampung. But she's also vulnerable. She gives up when she can't hold on to things anymore. She runs like a child. She Jual Mahal like nobody's business, making a character so believable. Like we all know this girl. You know, Nani played so well. Like we kind of understand her trauma and struggles at the same time. On par with her performance is the delightful Shaizi Sam, giving his most vulnerable performance to date. Shaizi is funny without even trying to be funny. He plays this local cop who gets called every few hours for something petty that's happening in the kampong. But for me, the best part of his acts comes in with the narrative of him being a single father. The struggles he must go through raising a rebellious daughter who's fighting the system, falling in love. You know, he plays the dad every girl wishes they have. You know, this is a man who's not afraid of holding his daughter and showing his emotion. He's alpha as a police officer, but he's not toxic as a man. And together, Sharifa Amani, Shaizi Sam, such a treat to watch. Now, these two characters fall in love in the most subtle and simplest way possible. They had like 3 romantic moments in this film. I was giggling like a 12-year-old. You know, I'm not kidding you. It's not cringy. It's a mature love story. Supported by one Hanafi Su playing Toh Hassan, the Ketua Kampung. He does everything evil in the most convincing manner. You have seen many people like him. You hate them, but they are still around you. You know, his voice, his mannerism, his body language, just his acting. Beautiful. Hisham Ahmed playing part. Now, if you have seen that Cover Girl on Prime Videos and whatever he doesn't get to do there, he does it here and so much more. In fact, he doesn't even have a proper scene till like the first 40 minutes or so, but he makes sure you notice him. However, like I mentioned earlier, the film doesn't really explore his story in depth. So you kind of want to know more about this character and the motivation. Otherwise, it feels like, oh, this character is there just because we need a bad guy. But why is he bad? We don't know. We are not sure. But Hisham as an actor playing part, job well done. Nadia Nisa playing Yam is obviously good. She's good at her job. She nails it. There's a scene where she runs away from her abusive husband and then she goes, she hides, she meets Sharifa Amani and there she delivers a solid performance. However, just like Part, what's her motivation in this story? Because she had nothing to do with setting up this lingerie shop with Sharifa Amani. You know, her character comes in halfway. So this character only exists so that we can discuss the issues of domestic violence and create a safe space for women. But prior to this violence, who is she? And why is she here? You know, that kind of story, that is what you want to know in this film. Namron playing Ayub is pure joy to watch. You know, the man is here to induce humor throughout the film and he does it so well, effortlessly. Excellent performance. But to my surprise, the actor who did her part so well is Farah Ahmad playing Anna. How often do you get to see a Malaysian actress playing this sexually frustrated wife using sexy lingeries to woo her husband for some fun time together? Farah Ahmad does such a wonderful job. Her acting, her expression, she and Namron together, solid performance.
Siapa Noti?
You also see Idil playing Ustad Fauzi. He plays this timid, powerless local Ustad who's silently trying to fight the system. Idil, within the given space, within the given time, does an excellent job. And then you have Shumaila Salihin, whose performance does remind you a lot of her previous film, Mantika Terbang, especially her scenes with her dad. But here, again, she does a wonderful job. Also, we have Wafi and Bella Rahim skillfully navigating their roles within the designated time and space. This big ensemble and the narrative ensures that every moment is impactful, contributing to the overall brilliance of La Luna. Now, the cinematography of the film is beautiful as hell. You know, the juxtaposition of the lingerie shop against the traditional backdrop of this village is visually striking and serves as a metaphor for the clash between the old and new in this village. The colors are a little Wes Anderson, but it's not too beautiful that it takes away the focus from the narrative. The costume, the set, the prop, everything is almost crafted to perfection, but it all works within the context of this Kampung Brass Bazaar. My favorite thing about this set design is that there's this one big signboard, La Luna, this beautiful signboard that you actually see in the poster and the trailer. It's there right in front of the lingerie shop. When you listen to the story behind why this signboard exists in the film, it's is just way too beautiful. It's something that I didn't know was coming my way. So, to answer the question, from 92 different locations nationwide to 16 locations within a week, is it cause the movie is that bad? No, because we are terrible. We don't appreciate good cinema. We are willing to spend so much to watch one foreign-made film than to go and support a Malaysian-made film. Wake up, Malaysia. You say, we don't make good movies. Now there's a good movie showing in cinema. Go and show your support. If you like Imaginor, if you like Tiger Stripes, I'm sure you will like this movie. Go and support our locally made films so that a lot more films will be funded and we can see our film on silver screen. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, La Luna is, in a film industry frequently characterized by predictable storylines, La Luna emerges as a bold and refreshing addition to Malaysian cinema. Watch it in cinemas now. See you at the movies. Thank you for watching the video. If you would like to watch more reviews and podcasts and a lot more fun stuff, we are KAYPOH on all platforms. KAYPOH!